A huge crowd turned out on the 16th of July on the Promenade des Anglais in Nice to mourn the loss of life in yet another terrorist attack on French soil. Once again targeted by ISIL extremists, the French felt compelled to show their sorrow for the victims and their families, as well as anger and a determination not to be cowed by the terrorists. 2 days previously, on the 14th of July national holiday, a truck driven by a radicalized French resident from Tunisia had driven into a crowd of holidaymakers. 86 people from 19 different countries died in the carnage, including 15 children. The oldest victim was a 92-year-old Italian, the youngest a local girl aged 2. The month before, France had again been the target because of its participation in the war on radical Islam in Syria and Iraq. Police officers Jean-Baptiste Salvin and Jessica Schneider were murdered in their home by an attacker claiming allegiance to ISIL. In August, an even more shocking attack took place when priest Jacques Hamel had his throat cut in front of his congregation during Mass in his church in Saint-Étienne-de-Rouvray. ISIL claimed responsibility. ISIL also struck at Belgium with twin attacks on March 22nd. At 7:58 in the morning, 2 bombs exploded in the departure hall of Zaventem International Airport in Brussels. An hour later, another explosion ripped through a subway train at Moelbeek metro station. In all, 32 people were killed, along with 3 terrorists. The airport suicide bombers were rapidly identified, thanks to CCTV footage. But one, the man wearing a hat, either got cold feet or his device failed. He abandoned his bomb and quietly left the airport. He would only be identified later after being arrested on April 8th, when he admitted he was Mohamed Abrini, one of the suspected masterminds behind the 2015 Paris attacks. Turkey has also suffered from a wave of attacks. Ankara was hit by 2 car bombs in February, killing 62 in the capital's administrative district. The bombs were claimed by an offshoot of the insurgent Kurdish PKK group. Istanbul didn't escape the bloodshed either. In March, a suicide bomber attacked a popular pedestrian precinct, killing 5 people. In June, a car bomb was used, exploding as a police bus passed by in Istanbul's tourist heart, killing 11 people. And in June, Istanbul's Ataturk International Airport was attacked. 3 suicide bombers opened fire in the entrance hall before blowing themselves up. The police managed to shoot 2 of them before they detonated their devices, but were not able to stop the massacre attributed to ISIL. 45 people died. And on December the 10th, 2 bombs targeting the police exploded in quick succession near the Beşiktaş football stadium in Istanbul, 2 hours after a match. At least 48 people were killed, including 30 police officers. The bombs were claimed by a Kurdish insurgent group, which praised 2 suicide bombers in a communique. Germans will remember July 2016 for a long time. On the 18th, a young Afghan refugee injured 4 tourists from Hong Kong on a train with an axe before injuring another person. He was shot dead by police, and it was the first attack in Germany linked to ISIL. A few days later in Ansbach, a Syrian migrant who had had his asylum request turned down blew himself up outside a music festival to which he had been refused entry. 12 people were injured. Then on December 19th, a truck careened through a packed Christmas market, killing 12 people and injuring 48, 18 of them seriously. The method of the attack, using a truck to kill and maim pedestrians, was eerily similar to the Nice tragedy in July, as was the Tunisian nationality of the suspect. Grief was mixed with anger and then questions, many of which remain unanswered as forensic officers picked their way through the debris. There was also a sense of defiance. "We are not even afraid," said one message. But 2016 was also notable for the capture in Belgium of Salah Abdeslam in March. He was accused of taking part in the 2015 Paris attacks and was extradited the following month to face trial in France. In the worst of the year's attacks, a total of 130 people had died in the streets of central Paris and the Bataclan concert venue, which has only just reopened following a memorial concert on October the 13th.